Hey, so I have been doing the brakes on my 65 Mustang, new wheel cylinders, new brake hose, just because the ones that were in there were falling apart. And so I took the first one off, which is the driver's front, and stripped it. It was pretty bad. I honestly, it was stuck. I didn't have a flare nut wrench, which I got later, and that helped for these. But this is shot. I could, you could grind it off and figure out a way to do it, but I basically just got a brake line off Amazon. It's $30. And I'll show you how to flare it. So first you kind of measure out your size here. This is pretty much what I want. Make sure you check it against the old one. Put it on before you finish, because I already did a flare on this side. Make sure you put it on. Okay, so this is 3/16. We have a 3/16 here. We're basically just gonna put it in here to lock it. But before you do that, you wanna take the 3/16 that you're gonna flare and just put it next to that spot. So actually, let's put this in. Let's close it down, just to, get it there. I'm sorry, this is not always the easiest. Okay. Jeez, why you hate me? There we go. Okay, so tighten it a little bit just so it doesn't move side to side too much. And then you want to take this, put it in the next one, and just make sure that thickness is the same. So here it needs to go a tiny bit back, but it's because you wanted, that's going to be the flare, and you want it to be out a little bit. Man, this is very stuck. There we go. Okay, so now that's perfect. I'm just going to tighten down. Okay, now you tighten down, take that off. On the end here, you just want to make it straight like that, because the whatever tool you want to call this, the flaring tool, since 3/16 is on the very end, it's going to interfere. So do this. When you cut your line, sometimes this guy doesn't want to go in. You can see he's kind of stubborn. You could take like a little tool. Honestly, here I'm just using a fork. I'm just making sure that it's clear of debris and that it'll fit. So put it in. You just got it. There you go. See, it's in now. So now take that. You got to center it. So bring this in. And these are slightly heavy, but not really. I mean, you can do it with two hands here, but okay. So now it's a little snug. You want to put this all the way in until you can't go anymore. So at first it's going to be a little easy. This line is pretty mendable. That was actually pretty easy. So then you do that. Take that out. I'm gonna put it back in your tool set. Come over now and bring the full guy now. So without that little bit, you've already kind of did a little bit of a flare. And now we're gonna bottom this one out. So these are a little heavy, so it's not the easiest thing. There you go. So if you do have like a vise, it can be a little easier, but honestly, you don't need it. So here, I'm gonna keep going until it bottoms. So you can't move anymore, and I may have to do this over because it feels a little loose, but basically, then you take that off, take that out, and then loosen. It may have moved a tiny bit, so I might have to do this one over, but let's just see the result before we say that. Just got stuck. Yeah, see, it moved back. We don't want that. It should be like this. So let's try that again. I did put a little bit extra here. I honestly think it's not terrible. You can try using it again. Let's see, it just didn't, you know, you gotta make sure it's really tight. So let's try that one more time and see, you can see everybody makes mistakes here. It's a process. And of course, this is like a cheapy tool. Like I said, I got it, I think it was $30 for the whole kit with the bender, which I'm gonna show you next. But yeah, you just gotta make sure it's tight. I messed up. So I'll learn from my mistakes. I thought it was tight enough, it definitely was not. So let's go back and do the whole thing. I think we're okay here because it doesn't feel too awkward. But this time, let's make sure it's nice and tight. Not even in the 3/16. See? Why don't you turn it off?